I'm back after that little break. We're now playing Minecraft. As you can see, it looks a little different, and the main reason for that is this is Minecraft Alpha. This actually is a little before I started playing back about 4 or 5 years ago. But the game is still mostly the same. There's a lot of things that are very different, such as at night you need to find coal. There is no charcoal, so you have to find coal. Another thing is you have to build near your spawn. If you go way too far out and die, and you lose everything, for one. And the other thing is, you always will spawn where you initially spawn. You can't reset it, at least not yet in the game. Well, actually not at all. It took until about mid-2011 for that one, for beds to actually work with resetting your spawn. But that means we just gotta get to work from the beginning. Can't slack off in the beginning and look around really all that much. We gotta get our wood, and we gotta get our first tools, which are gonna. Actually, I'm just gonna go straight and start getting stone. I'm not gonna waste any time getting anything else. Alright, where's a good spot to get some stone? I could probably go over by that gravel. But it's so weird because I actually play Minecraft a lot on PC. A lot of guys that play on PC will know if you double tap forward, you could sprint. If you guys could hear me tap my keyboard, you could probably hear me double tapping and then see I'm not sprinting. Because they didn't add sprinting until I believe it was very late 2011 or very early 2012. And this predates that, so there's no sprinting. Alright, here we go. This is what we were looking for. And that's the other thing we were looking for. We're going to get that in a second. Shut up, cow. Alright, I think we got enough stone to start off. We'll just go over here and make some more tools with our stone. And we're probably going to need this. Let's just get some more stone so we can get a furnace going. Well, actually, we don't need a furnace just yet. Yeah, it's really weird because I'm so used to the newer Minecraft. Which, first thing I do is get wood, get stone, start making charcoal. We don't have that in this version, so we gotta live with what we got. But that's one reason a lot of people actually that have been playing Minecraft for so long actually might prefer this version, because you really have to work for what you get. Yeah, looks like there's some cool formations over there. Alright, let's get some more wood. Also, one thing I used to like in this, I'm not going to demonstrate it right now, is fire spread. It used to be very different. Where now, if I lighted like a forest on fire, even if every tree is connected to one another, the fire will eventually go out on its own. Back then, if that fire catches on a tree, it could jump from tree to tree. It'll burn down the whole forest, and if it lights the leaves in a weird way, they could stay on fire forever. Which was pretty good when you were like on a server that decided to switch to PvP or something. Or it was always kind of interesting when you're on a server and you happen to be watching someone grief or something at the time, and they burn down, let's say, a big creation. You're like, oh, it looks kind of interesting watching it burn down. But one thing I do remember is during this time, almost nobody was really modding. Like nowadays, you're either playing normal, you're not playing, or you're modding. And I'm gonna say I love modding, but man, almost no one was modding back then. I think there was very few mods, if any, and even texture packs. Then again, we did have there was a couple of nice texture packs back then, like the one that they stopped making, I think around 1.4 beta, was a one called the Death Angel pack, and I absolutely love that one. But through switching computers and having this computer actually corrupt up on one point, and having to get it sent in to be fixed because there was a problem with the hard drive, I lost that one, so that's unfortunate. Not to mention that a lot of this stuff now wouldn't be in it. Alright, what was I coming here for? Actually, let's start breaking down some of this. Let's get a shack going. We're gonna need a lot of wood. Alright. Now this is just a day one shack. Where's the sun right now? Hey man, I actually have more time than I thought. Anyway, let's get the first little shack going. Alright, we're gonna knock these two out and put double doors. Yeah, crouching actually was in this version. One thing I do like back then is there was no despawning from. I think there was no despawning in particularly this version before. So let's say there was a spider right here, and I was to encase him in glass. He would stay there for quite some time because I don't think he would actually end up despawning. Though now, after a long period of time, they'll despawn. Alright, let's just do this layer, and then we'll put the roof on. Ouch. Yeah, man, that old sound of taking damage. God damn it. Spy chicken. Oh, another thing that's also kind of cool is if you notice, I don't have a hunger bar. That's because hunger was added in beta 1.8. So you're probably asking yourself, Pat, how did you heal yourself? Well, actually, no, chickens don't give you any food back then. Neither do sheep. Then again, this is actually, check this out. This is how you used to get wool from a sheep. There you go. Just punch them. Now, pig. That's actually what I need. Where's a pig? Oh, did you hear that? I thought I heard Skelly. The sun's starting to go down. Let's give me another. Oh yeah, it's really starting to go down. This is how sunsets used to look. Let's go by this little beach I have. We'll watch the sun go down. Yeah, this is I am streaming right now though. This will be going up on YouTube when I'm done with the stream. The stream ends at 11 o'clock tonight, or later if I decide to play later. It's about like 9:50ish right now, but yeah, if I have fun like I used to, I'll be on here for much longer. Especially if a lot of people come in. Though right now I haven't had a single person get on, and I've been doing this for about 2 hours. Whatever. That was nice. Well, now let's get in. Oh, almost forgot. Let's make the 4 torches we need. We don't want anything spawning in here. Let me just add torch or 2 out here. Oh man, the old lighting system, I miss that. Alright, and I can't make a bed. I'll show you, I'll try, see? That's how we used to have to make it. That's actually a wooden pressure plate. This would be the better recipe, and as we can see, it's not working. Also, one thing I'm very used to because of the newer versions is shift clicking. It doesn't work. Alright, I'm gonna start, let's make me a shovel. Let's replace this, floor. Yeah, with, I think I'll replace it with stone brick. No, stone slabs. Anything scary out there right now? Nope, not yet. Let me make some ladders. Now, one thing that's interesting about the ladders, they were nerfed at one point because you used to be able to just do this with them. And they'd work perfectly fine. Actually, I'm going to clear this whole area down here. Alright, there we go. Shovel. Now, this is going up on YouTube, so I want to know in the comments, how did you guys find out about Minecraft? Because obviously you're watching me for it, and if I'm the guy who's showing you about it, that's pretty chill, but if I had to say who got me initially into Minecraft, personally I would say it's a mix between a few people on YouTube. The person how I found out about Minecraft was through a guy named Blue Blazing Demon. My brother showed me a video of him. Man, this was a while ago. It was actually the day before Christmas, 2010. And the only reason I remember that because it was the day before Christmas. Oh no, my wood. Ow. We can borrow one of you and bring you down here. There we go. Sand walls. We're gonna change that soon. All right, let's melt down some of this sand. Did sand have any more uses back then? I don't think so. Let's just take a peek. I don't see anything. Wait,